Welcome back here to 87.9 Sports Talk, here for the One Pride report of your Detroit Lions, and it's actually an upbeat report this year as the Lions finally made some progress. 8-8 this season, not half bad at all. Here's a quick look at the final roster at the end of the season, but at this point, the Lions have some hope going forward. Now, obviously, they're going to have to restart at the quarterback position. But first, before we get into that, the Texans made a surprising move by releasing Brock Osweiler. So it appears that the Texans, they're also going to restart at the quarterback position as well, and they might actually take a quarterback in the first round. Here's a look at the schedule. As you can see, the Lions started out 0-3 and things look terrible. Then they rattled off 3 straight wins. The bye week kind of neutered that momentum, and it was loss, win, loss, win, loss, loss, win, and then they won 3 out of their last 4 games to finish the year at 8-8. And to be honest, before the season, I'm pretty sure I came on here and I predicted 3-13. And I am shocked that the Lions were even able to get to 8-8. But it's nice to actually see some progress from this football team. As now we look at the standings from around the league, from every other division, but just continuing to talk about the Lions right here, I'm shocked that they went 8-8, and they have some building blocks on the team. They have Samaje Perine, Brown played well. They have bookend tackles and Taylor Decker and Maeta Huma. They have the offensive line pretty much kind of built right now, and they just need to find that new franchise quarterback now that, of course, Matthew Stafford is going out of the door. And for, I think it was the 3rd straight year, the Lions were able to finish ahead of the Bears in the division. But for the first time in a while, they actually finished second in the division because the Vikings were god-awful this season. So that's not bad. Also, not to mention that the Lions will also have the number 16 pick in the 2019 NFL Draft to get that quarterback. So we'll see exactly who they take with the number 16 pick, but I think it has to be a quarterback. Bob Quinn, the GM, has suggested that he wants to address defense, and we'll see if he does in the first round, but I think he needs to get his new franchise quarterback. Now here's a look at the Lions' stats this season. We'll start out with John O'Corn. He was good for his first few games, but then kind of after the Packer game, he imploded. 10 touchdowns, 7 picks. Matthew Stafford, though, came in towards the end of the season, played really, really, really well, and I was not expecting that out of him. He's going to get paid a lot in free agency. Halfback, Samaje Perine got out to a slow start, but 703 yards in about 6 games. That's not bad at all. Dwayne Washington, he played well. John O'Corn ran for some good yards. Jalen Hurts was alright. Trey Burton and Noah Brown were definitely big-time additions to the receiving core. Reliable targets for Matthew Stafford / John O'Corn to throw the ball to. Marvin Jones is really starting to regress at this point. We still had a good year. Corey Smith, towards the end of the season, proved he was reliable. Usain Bolt is a conundrum. He's very fast, but he drops way too many passes. Kermit Whitfield, he was also a revelation towards the end of the season. Brandon Pettigrew, he is kind of washed up at this point. And yeah, now let's look at blocking, where Maeta Huma and Bentley Spade on that right side of the line, both rookies, they struggle, but Taylor Decker only allowed 1 sack all season. That is very impressive from the former first-round pick. And on the defensive side of the ball, Malik Hooker led the team in tackles. Good for him. Jalen Tabor, Marcus Jordan, DeMarcus Walker, Darius Slay, all of their tackles for loss. That goes to Ziggy Ansah with 16 sacks. Tackles for loss. DeMarcus Walker with 10. Ashawn with 13. DeAndre Levy with 7. And you can see the rest. Sacks. It was a down year for the pass rush. Ziggy Ansah, after having 14.5 sacks past 3 seasons, he only had 7.5 sacks, and Marcus Walker only had 3.5 sacks. So the Lions, they really need another edge rusher because DeMarcus Walker has not proven that he's ready for the role quite yet. Interceptions, man. The Detroit LOB, Glover Quinn 7 picks, Darius Slay 5, Levy 4, Tabor 4, Hooker 3, Daniel Gray, the undrafted rookie 2, a host of other guys with 1. For some reason, it says Jason Myers not kicked a field goal. That is wrong. And Sam Martin, decent year punting the football. He had some sexy punts in there. Now let's look at the NFL leaders in passing. Aaron Rodgers 4,945 yards, leading MVP, 47 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Tom Brady had a high year in terms of interceptions. Dak Prescott played really well. Alex Smith was for over 4,000 yards. Pass touchdowns leader, that's Aaron Rodgers with 47, Tom Brady 38, Luke Falk 37, Blake Bortles 36, Dak Prescott 34, Josh Rosen, the rookie, with 34. You'll see in a second how good he really is. Jameis Winston with 34, Matt Ryan with 31, 5 coming against the Lions. Interceptions, Josh Rosen, he did throw 20 with slinging it around way too much, I guess. Tom Brady with 18, Russell Wilson 18, Mitch Trubisky, god-awful season 17. Derek Carr has really struggled for the Raiders. They might have to look for a quarterback. Deshaun Kaiser, rough season for him. Looking at rushing, Zeke Elliott led the league in rushing with 17 rushing touchdowns. It's crazy. Saquon Barkley and Dalvin Cook up there, they've really developed into good halfbacks. Trey Mason in his resurgent season, over 1,000 yards rushing. And then Zeke leads the rushing touchdowns by 4. There's Devonta Freeman, Trey Mason, TJ Yeldon, Jeremy Hill, Saquon Barkley, Le'Veon Bell before he got injured, Wendell Smallwood, Theo Riddick, and a host of others. Now back to Josh Rosen here for a second. Look at this. Rosen is already a 93 overall, and he has not even begun his second season yet. Superstar development. He is definitely going to be a franchise quarterback that the Ravens have needed. Now looking at receiving, Brandon Cooks with 99 receptions. He leads the league in yards too. AJ Green second, DeAndre Hopkins, Sammy Watkins, Antonio Brown, Antonio Callaway, the rookie, Des Bryant, Kendall Wright, Devontae Adams on the Jaguars, Randall Cobb, Mike Evans, Rob Gronkowski, Michael Floyd, Kevin White, and Kobe Fleener, just over 1,000 yards. Marius Thomas, Jordan Nelson, just coming up short. Cortland Sutton playing pretty well in San Francisco. Stealing touchdowns, that's Kevin White, Devontae Adams, Travin Durrell, Jimmy Graham, Devin Allen, Randall Cobb, Cortland Sutton, and Michael Floyd, all with 10. Then a host of others with 9. Sacks given up, Jake Fisher, but that stat is broken, of course, so don't pay too much attention to that, except for the fact that Aaron Flowers, of course, sucks. Leaders in tackles, Cameron Smith, the rookie for the quality, was just all around a beast. 145 tackles, including forcing the game-winning fumble in the Super Bowl. Jamie Collins up there, Ryan Shazier, a couple of Steelers linebackers, tackles for loss. J.J. Watt with 28. Derek Wolfe with 20, Seaver Saliga with 19, Jonathan Sue with 18, sacks, Jarrell Casey with 17.5, J.J. Watt 15.5, Justice with 14, Emmanuel Ogbo with 13, Chris Jones, Sam Hubbard, and Davin Bellamy, 2 edge rushers for the Titans, 2 rookie edge rushers, I should say. They had a great year, and their passes were deadly. Interceptions, Marcus Peters with 7, Nate Irving with 5, Logan Ryan with 5, Jalen Ramsey with 5, Fitz Smithson with 4, David Anderson, Mark Westenoff, Jabril Peppers with 4, Adam Pac-Man Jones, Xavier Howard, Derek Johnson, Eric Weddle, Prince Mukamara, and Chris Harris, all with 4 interceptions. Down to the NFC, Glover Quinn leads with 7. Then Jermaine Johnson, Orlando Skadrick with 6, Keanu Neal, Josh Norman, Malcolm Jenkins, Darius Slay right there with 5. Sacks, Brooks Reed, what a resurgence for him, 19.5 sacks. Cameron Jordan with 17.5. Brandon Graham 14, Mike Daniels 12, Robert Ayers 12, Kelvin Rakin 11 for a tackle. That's very impressive. Tackles for loss, Aaron Donald, who else would be 24, but only 4.5 sacks. Down here for him, William Hayes 16, Ziggy Ansah up there, Brian Howard, the rookie for Green Bay up there, Kenny Clark, and other tackles. Jacob Pugh, the rookie out of Florida State, with 139. Paul Warrilow, James Laurinaitis, Navarre Bowman, Jay Vathan, Raekwon McMillan, Eric Hendricks, Trent Robertson, KJ Wright, Gerard Davis, Kevin Minter, Luke Kuechly, Dre Greenlaw, Dante Booker, and more up there on that list. Kicking, who cares about that because Jason Myers isn't on the list, and punting, who cares about that again. Kick returning, looks like Devonta Freeman, Deshaun Jackson, Des Bryant, and Brandon Cooks also kick returns back, and then punt returning, Brandon Cooks, Billy Brown, Tavon Austin, Usain Bolt, you saw his, and Des Bryant all took punchbacks. And that is it for the stats for around the league. Now let's look and see on how some of these rookies have been doing around the league. Deshaun Kaiser, you saw 685 yards, 13 touchdowns, 15 picks. Kind of a disappointing season for him, but he's a rookie, so he has some time to grow. Take a look at the Giants. Jake Browning did not play much behind Eli. 379 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. Next up, we're going to take a look at for the Bills, Lamar Jackson. You saw him playing his playoff game. 926 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Not a bad season for him. He will most likely be starting for Buffalo next season because I think he'll be ready by that time. He also will have some good weapons on offense with guys like Christian McCaffrey, Sammy Watkins, and Josh Gordon to throw the ball to. Now on to the Broncos, where we got a little bit of a quarterback controversy. Kyle Allen took over the starting job once Paxton Lynch got injured, and he played really well, so he might be the quarterback there next season. Christian Kirk had a very nice rookie season. Good for him. Now on to the Jets to check on their rookies. Reggie Bonifon, the undrafted free agent, had more catches and yards than Calvin Ridley, though Ridley did get hurt, of course, against us. Christian Hackenberg had an season, worst of his career so far. Deshaun Watson, quietly 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, laboring on a 4-12 Browns team. Rushing Alvin Kamara led the team in rushing because Duke Johnson went down most of the year with an injury. He had a good season, so good for him. Next up is going to be the and we're going to the Saints. Check on Royce Freeman with his 571 yards, 6 touchdowns, and he is most likely going to be the starter next season, along with their rookie quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Excuse me. Now we're on to the Bengals to check on Curtis Samuel and his 49 catches, 545 yards, 4 touchdowns on the year. Decent year for the first round pick, though AJ Green remains the unquestioned number 1 wide receiver on that team. It's quite obvious that he remains a top target. I mean, look at the catch disparity. Everyone else had 45, 49 at most catches, and he had 95. On to the Falcons, check on their rookie TJ Watt. 108 tackles, but look at this. He's already an 88 overall with a crap ton of speed effects. So TJ Watt looks like he's going to turn into a stud for Atlanta. To the 49ers, we have a bit of a development here with Myles Garrett, their first round pass rusher. Take a look at this. He has 3 sacks. He's a 90 overall superstar development, which is very, very good. But he only has 7.5 sacks in his whole career. Is Myles Garrett a bust? I don't know, but he needs to get his play up. He has to get his act together as an edge rusher to not be considered a bust at this point. Only 7.5 sacks in his whole career. I mean, that's not good at all. So, we'll see if Garrett can get his play together in 2019. But, who knows? Chip Kelly does remain the coach in San Francisco, though. And that is it for all of the look at the players from around the league. I take that back. It's not it for the look at the players around the league. We got to take a look at Leonard Fournette really quickly. 166 carries, 729 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's also a 90 overall at this juncture. And that is it. Hope you guys enjoy, and be sure to tune in to the offseason here.